two absolute high-end racket models from Yonex, both from the Astrox series, both aimed at offensive players. But which racket is really the right fit for you?
In this video, we're comparing the Astrox 100ZZ and the Astrox 99 Pro 3rd generation.
Welcome to the Bash Racket Battle. In this format, we regularly compare two different badminton rackets with each other.
We'll compare the technical data, test them on the court, and in the end, we'll tell you clearly which racket is made for which type of player.
Briefly on the technical data, the Astrox 100 ZZ Kurenai is a very stiff, direct attacking racket. It has a head-heavy balance, and in terms of weight, it's more of a heavy racket.
The Astrox 99 Pro 3rd generation is also a head-heavy racket. It's built for power, explosive shots, and a high-pressure attacking game. The biggest difference between the two rackets here is the flexibility. The Astrox 100 ZZ is stiff, while the Astrox 99 Pro is rated as medium flexibility.
Now let's take a quick look at how they perform in practice. So you might notice with the Astrox 100 ZZ that you really need clean technique for it. If your technique isn't clean, like mine for example, where the timing wasn't always perfect, then the racket is just very demanding to play with. But it also gives a lot back. So you just get extremely direct feedback from the very stiff shaft, which, as I said, also requires good technique.
With the Astrox 99 Pro, you also notice there's still a lot of power behind it. What it is though, it's a bit more forgiving of mistakes due to the flexible shaft.
Now we've looked at it a bit in flat play and on the defensive. You can tell it's simply a head-heavy racket. Accordingly, reactions are a bit more difficult than with a headlight racket. And also, as before, the racket is just extremely stiff, meaning you need very clean technique to still be able to control the racket well.
The Astrox 99 Pro is also still very head-heavy, and here too you notice that your technique has to be right. What it is though is that precisely because of the more flexible shaft, the racket is a bit more forgiving and it's easier to control.
So, for the conclusion, we've sat down now because, believe it or not, those 5 minutes of playing were already quite exhausting for us. We were already huffing and puffing a bit afterwards. Maybe we should start training a bit more again. So let's get briefly to the conclusion of the 100ZZ. In general, it is a very good racket. Of course, many pros play with it, like Victor Axelsen, for example, currently in his special edition. But you really need a very clean technique for it so that you can, so that you can utilize the full potential of the racket. It's really very stiff, so you get very direct feedback from the racket if you have problems in your forearm with your shoulder, which can then lead to issues here because it's passed on directly to the muscles basically. Therefore, one would rather advise against it for those players. If you're still in good shape basically and are an offensive player who wants to generate a lot of power, one would definitely recommend the racket. But then again, you also have to know you really need a reasonably clean technique for it so that you can fully exploit the potential of the racket.
Exactly. Regarding the Astrox 99 Pro, the technical aspects are very similar. The requirements are also very similar there. Now, the clear difference I've played with both rackets is simply that the 99 Pro, precisely because of the flexibility, because it's a bit more flexible, it's easier to use. It's a bit more forgiving and therefore easier to use. Since you're already mentioning pro players, this racket is played by the French singles player and shooting star Alexandre Lanier, for example.
What one should perhaps also add, with the racket plays a very big role, but also the stringing, what's inside the racket, is just very important. It can of course also change a lot about the racket's playing behavior, but we deliberately don't want to go into that much detail in this video. We once made a separate video about it, about all the different strings. We can of course gladly make more content in that direction if you're interested. Feel free to write down below what you'd like to see next. We hope it was somewhat exciting, and yeah, until next time. We hope you understood us, and especially our Vorarlberg dialect.
Thanks for watching.